All right, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I'm going to do a fast demonstration on this. See how the screen came out. This is a spray-on application. Did outside in the video today. So let's begin. This is a beat-up surface that is coated. Just something to test it on. We have the actual surface that's coming on Tuesday, which we'll do it more on a professional level. But we need to see exactly where the screen's going to stand at. So we can't do this by itself. We have to have something to lay against it. So let me see. Let's go with some certified too. We need a couple of certifieds up there. Okay, let me get this done. I got some things I got to do real quick.
I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening.
Oh, no, get this done.
Kind of sit around for like the last 20 minutes, and it seems like crap's kind of died down around here. But unfortunately,
Sorry about that. I kind of forgot I was watching this nature show in the background.
it's about 9 o'clock at night, and that means that it's dinner time. Normally, I just pop my tailgate open and I cook myself some dinner. Judging the circumstances, that's probably not appropriate.
Showing a little nature show in the background. Okay, so I start off with a Cinema Grade 5D. Okay. Start off with that one, and let me see what we got already from the door. All right, Cinema Grade 5D. Silver. I think I would go with the CR81.3 because it's a light silver screen too also. Okay, and while we're at it, like I said, gotta be done. There's Crow's products right here. That is his Metallica mix right there. This is his personal mix right here. I wonder if this screen's gonna hold up. Got a lot of weight on this side. I should put the weight majority on this side. That's what I should do, because the screen's leaning up against this wall right here. We need to put it here to get more. These are heavier. These sample sheets are a lot heavier. Because I made them bigger. That's why. I put them right there. And I'll put the certifieds right here. Oh, you got enough room for everybody. Alright, so that's Crow's personal mix. And that right there is his what's it right there? His Metallica mix right there. Personal mix, Metallica mix. And that right there is a what's this screen called? I keep forgetting that. The dark, oh, not dark Sinai. There's Cinema Grade 5D. Yes, alright. There we go. There's tape on that stuff. On tape right there. We got CMR AV 1.3 coming up next. Yeah, come on. I'm tired. I want to sit down and eat. I had a long busy day today. There we go. CMR AV 1.3. So everybody's up there. Well, not everybody. We still got many more screens to go. We got a lot more screens to go. This is just to show you that 98% done. And let's see if Mr. Bird can remember. Well, okay, there's a remote control. Guys. There's remote controls in this place. Red screen. There we're ready. Before you act quick, no, his screen's not matching. That's the color his screen's coming up. It's not pulling red at all, period. I hope that Cinemax isn't lighter than this, because that Cinemax isn't around there. It's going to have a problem. It's going to struggle. We're not even doing the test on the black screens yet. We're just testing this out to see how it's going to play out. Okay. So we got our color patterns right there. But we got a slow change out. Let's take a slow change out. Slow change out at 98% done. And one of the elements we're missing from the technology is the element that basically allows the screen to be to adjust the light. That's one of the ones we're missing. It allows the screen to be able to focus and control light depending on how much we're using off the projector. We're using 43 right now. And I can't tell you what the other one's designed, but the other one's a little special we added in there. Okay. Starfield screensaver. Should I understand again? Starfield screensaver. All right, she's having a moment. Let's come out of here. See if we can dig it up ourselves. She's having a moment. There it is right there. See that screen just turned dark? You got it, right? Nope. His product is not bringing up a black level at all, period. OG beta fish. So the background comes up blackish. It's not going to be as black as a black screen, but I said we can pull those black levels off and get that screen to pull it. And that screen's silver. I told you that any light screen or even silver screen can pull off a whatchamacallit. Well, that wouldn't be a fair demonstration, wouldn't it? Because the UV mix is darker than this product, so that's a stupid thing to say. How about we put the UV mix against my black screen? All right then, because my black screen is actually black. It's blacker than the UV mix, which means it would pull up a higher contrast level. This is basic common sense. You can't be that dumb, can you? If the screen we developed is a silver screen, and it can pull a contrast level next to another gray screen just like it, then that's the equal demonstration. But if you're telling me you want to be able to put a UV mix against a screen that's actually darker than the screen that we're displaying, that screen would have the higher vantage point of pulling the contrast level. Come on, use some common sense before you come on in and start speaking. Now, if you want me to put my black screen against a UV mix, my screen would pull the higher contrast level because my screen's literally black when the UV mix is actually a dark gray. Common sense, use it, please. I can't stand when people come in and take dumb stuff. The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. We just got finished saying that there's a chemical that we put into it that controls the light, and the screen is 98% done. So we just stated that already. It's not a finished product. It's a product at 98%. And I just got finished saying a few minutes ago, there's a code that we put into it, a chemical that's not here yet. There's missing two elements. That controls the screen's ability to be able to adjust its brightness. Just said that. Do you listen? See, we give you the opportunity to speak, and you come on here and you talk nonsense. Listen to what I'm telling you. Oh, you're not listening. Again. When the screen finalizes at 90, again. When the screen finalizes at 98%, you come on here and you criticize it then. When it finalizes at 100%, then you come and you talk trash. But until then, you can't talk trash about the product. I said it was 98%. 98% is not 100% done. But if you want to basically challenge one of those over there, that screen over there, I'll gladly take them over there. Are you running your mouth now? I thought not. That's a 100% done screen in there that's sitting in all the ambient light. I'm watching TV shows off. All right then, let's move on. So this product isn't doing too good. And neither is Cinemax when it gets over here and I put it against that black screen back there because that screen is 100% done. So you can hear me crystal clear. I'm going to say this to you again. Unplug your ears. This is a 98% done product, which means it's not finalized yet, which means it still needs more work, which means there are 2 elements missing. But if you want to see what a 100% screen looks like, that's finalized and done, I can put them against this one right here and watch the screen wash out. And I'll put the UV mix up against the screen and watch it wash out. And a few white sheets of paper. And a couple of certified screens. You want to make a little bet on that? 10 grand? Okay, I thought not. Let's move on. Here's not point of contrast level. New York City, skyline, nighttime. You want to talk about done screens? I got them all throughout the entire house. Let's see what we need to see. Adjusting the screen's brightness to keep it from basically hotspotting is very easy to do. That means the screen's picking up too much white light. That means that has to be adjusted. That's what testing is for. If you don't test your product, you don't know how your product's going to work. That's why when the Cinemax gets over here, it's going to fail miserably against that black technology because it wasn't properly tested. And we still haven't even got the demonstrations we requested. I requested to see that screen and with the projector pulled back with a black sample sheet against the screen so you can test the balance of the black levels versus his screen versus a jet black screen. Those demonstrations weren't done correctly. But when that product gets here, it will be tested correctly. And you can watch your screen wash out because it's going to wash out. Now you got a silver screen standing right in front of you that can produce the high white levels and it's producing a contrast level where your screen's not even picking up. And it's at 98%. So if you want to see a perfect screen, it's going to look exactly like the technology we got in the next room. It's going to be to pick up a perfect balance at 5,000 lumens, no hot spotting, crystal clear, perfect, and it's going to pick up a contrast level and it's going to wash your screen out. Look at this. It's not even picking up. Where's the contrast level at? I got blue screens in the next room that can pull a contrast level better than this product, and they're blue. Look at the certified screens. That's a DMP Supernova. It's a Seymour 81.3. That's a Cinema Grade 5D. Oh, he's not going to do well. When he gets in there to 100%, he's not going to do well. He's going to do pretty bad. Starfield screensaver. YouTube.
Here's YouTube.
Starfield screensaver.
Get it now from YouTube.
Let me show you what 100% looks like. It's a 100% done product. This will show you what the screen's going to go through. Now, mind you, that product is supposed to be able to pull. Oh, that's not going to go well already from the door. I can see that already from the door. See, that screen behind me is only 98% done. When it peaks at 100, it'll destroy a screen with no problem. So you're looking at a 98% product on a silver screen that's producing a contrast over in the next room that's beating 2 certified screens and both of its products at the same time. This technology, on the other hand, is 100% done, which means I can wash out this product in a fully lit environment. Can you use this screen? Question. Can you do a Starfield demonstration right now with this much light? You can't, can you? Okay. Oh, well, too bad. See, unlike you, I can sit here at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I can watch a TV show. I can sit here at 5 o'clock and watch a TV show. You can't do that. I can. Well, my customers can. That's Crow's UV Mix. There you go. You like that? Now you got a chance to watch my screen at 100% complete. Sit in the window with all this light. Should I bring the meter out and wash out all 3 of the screens at the same time? Don't question my skill level. That's a 100% black screen. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, yeah. "4K demonstrations."
Getting that from YouTube.
Which one you want? This one? I'll give you this one. I thought not. All right. So let me get back to my demonstration over here when I get done shaming your product here. Ah, too bad, ain't it? Well, let me get back to work over here. Let's get back to my work over here. Panasonic 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now I'm going to get back to my work over here, what I was doing. Now I give you a chance to see what a 100% screen is done, what it looks like. That's what that one's going to do when it's done. So don't question my work. Always hot spotting. It's supposed to do all that stuff. All that stuff is supposed to be seen. This is a test demonstration. See how the screen's performance is at 98%. So I'm supposed to see flaws in the technology. When you see flaws in your technology, that allows you to be able to improve and advance your technology. That's why testing is very important. If you don't test your product, then where do you know where your flaws are at? That's why when it's Cinemax gets over here, we'll see if it can pull a contrast level next to that monster over there, which I doubt it's going to be able to do. Put the UV lamps up there, please. What I need to test on this screen is not color. I need to test on this screen contrast. I automatically know the screen's going to pull color level because it's a light gray. So it's, but it's still silver, but like I said, it's a lighter screen than what we're used to working with. So it has to be to pull a contrast level. We don't care about bright colors. It can do that automatically. Just like that black screen in there over there can pull white level easily. Bright colors, the whole 9 yards. It can do all that stuff. So when I told you that when he has to run his test properly, when you test a screen, you can't show a bunch of bright, beautiful colors in a room. You have to show the contrast levels in a fully lit environment, which he's not doing in his demonstrations. He's not showing contrast levels. Let's see. Oh, wait. Let me get back to this one over here real quick. Oh, man. Can't use the old camera tricks over here. We had a customer invite at the house. Got a chance to see the screens up close and personal. Interesting. Can't use that anymore. Oh, cell phones. Oh, but we got videos for that too. The backup to cell phone theory. We made this especially for you guys, just in case you guys pop in the room. We can pop one of those up there. Everything we do, you should learn by now, we have it backed up. Everything is backed up of what we do. Even when Crow started ranting about his whole, about the whole thing about not being able to order products from him. Oh no, we got videos lined up of every time he canceled an order, every single time. And a video was shot live of him canceling. Even one where he deleted his eBay account in the middle of basically trying to make a transaction through his eBay account. All that's there. So you guys should know by now. Come on now. Oh, I'll never learn. Contrast demonstrations. Face it. Even the black technology we have over here is far more advanced than this. My black technology can pull high white level, maintain contrast and color all at the same time. We designed this strictly for customers who still want that. They favor more white levels than contrast levels. That's all it was designed for. Other than that, our technology can do both at the same time. I just did a demonstration. I had that Lux screen, or whatever that screen's called, Linux, or what screen's called. We had them on this side. We had this screen on that side, and we had Crow's mixes in the middle, and we had the black screen. What happened? The black screen blended into all of them. Didn't pull the contrast up, and they couldn't catch up. Come on now. But yeah, if we ask them for one demonstration on doing the same thing, what does he do? He just shows the screen on a standalone. There's nothing up there to actually balance the screen off with. How are you going to make a fair comparison? There's just nothing to compare it to. Y'all don't think. I can't wait till that UV mix. UV mix? No, we can't wait till the Cinemax gets down here. Oh, I can't wait to test this thing out. Oh, we're going to run it through everything. Everything. I can't wait to get it down here. I'm curious to see if it'll turn one of my screens unseeable. Especially when we couldn't get 3 sheets of paper, a certified 0.9 gain screen, and an 18 certified screens. Couldn't turn that screen dark. And yet this Miracle Paint can do it. All right. We'll see when it gets down here if it can do it. I don't have any sound in this projector. What's going on with sound? Is the sound off? Oh, I have to hook up to something. You should have sound here somewhere. But y'all take whatever victory y'all can get. I can understand that. But your victories are not going to last long. No way going to last long. I'm going to tell you right now. Honestly, I'm going to tell you right from the door. From what I've seen, I've been in this business for a long time. From what I've seen from that screen frame from my distance, that screen's going to get literally destroyed down here. It's going to get destroyed. You got to admit, the man blocks. I mean, come on. You look at the demonstrations he does. He hides his screen under a lot of darkness. We don't have darkness down. That screen's going to get destroyed down here. And that's why he's sending me that ranting email. He knows it's going to happen. It's going to get destroyed. I'm telling you. Right from the door. I'm calling it like it is. Right from the door. It's going to get destroyed down here. Our tests are brutal. We don't have easy tests down here. Our tests are brutal. It's going to get destroyed down here. I feel sorry for him. You should have told the truth. See, contrast is not even pulling up. You thought the contrast is pulling up, then you know it's not. Color's pulling up. Contrast is not pulling up. The screens can't see black against the silver. And the silver's contrast levels aren't even tweaked yet. They're not even done yet. We're still tweaking the contrast. It's going to be a little darker than this when we get done with it. It's like I said, it's still room. We got 98% to play around. 2%, the two formulas going to drop in. One's going to darken the screen. One's going to control the hot spotting. But already that screen is showing its contrast levels already. And he's not even picking up at all. So when it reaches this 100%, it's going to be like that monster in the next room. Oh, man. Tell you one thing, it's easier working with the chemicals we work with. It's so much easier working with dark technology with that stuff. The lighter grades, oh man, headache. Freaking headache. I mean, with a black screen, you can design whatever. We got a chemical, we can drop in there to heighten white levels on them screens. That's easy. Design whatever. But this, on the other hand, whew, make the levels too high, and that drops, and do that. Oh man, it's a headache. It is a freaking headache, but we're getting there. Well, I'm going to do this one right here. All right, so you guys got that. Here's what you need. You could put that in. That would do it, but I think it changed just a little too much. I know exactly what we need to order to fix that problem. Excellent. Sorry about that. I'm actually making screen paint as we're talking. Something I'm working on. The Remote control that. Remote control. Upgrade. I'll start taking them out the basement. In the basement. There we go. One behind me. The one in here is in the other room. Okay, fish, YouTube.
Getting that from you.
Alright, let me see which one we got here. That's
Introducing
not that one. Looking at this one. Nope. Great. Let me track down the remote control. We lost it here somewhere again.
Fruity. Find us in the juice aisle. Seize the summer at Rainbow Flanagan. Save 50% off everything. 4,000 items in stock, ready to deliver. Don't delay. These deals will last. Discover your summer home at Rainbow Flanagan.
Working demonstrations. In the shop. We gotta stop doing that because I'm gonna start carrying remote controls to the shop now.
When it comes to cheese slices, choose the one that's 100% real natural cheese. Sergeant.
Oh, this guy's back again. Look at him ranting here. All y'all do is rant. Rant. Stop ranting so much. Stop ranting so much. And they're ranting. What you ranting for? You can do all that. You can do all that when this product gets over here and we destroy a screen. What's going to happen? Get ready for that. That Phoenix is a monster. Yeah, we'll see. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? 10 grand? You want to bet $10,000 that this screen won't wash out when it gets over here? Put your money where your mouth is. Oh, I thought not. You don't even have confidence in your own in the product. Get out of here. Go. Any one of you crow boys right now, $10,000 that this screen don't wash out when it get over here. This screen's gonna wash out. You think my screen's gonna go black? I bet you 10 grand right now. You can make it $50,000 today. That I'll bet you. Let me know you want to meet up. I have my attorneys meet up. We can draw up the paperwork. And if you ain't got the money, when the deal goes, if your screen wash out, I'll take you to court and get it out of you. So how you want to do it? How much confidence you got? Okay then, I thought so. Yeah, because I'll bet you 50 grand right now that Cinemax, when it gets over here, won't turn that screen in that room dark. I guarantee you. We can meet up. I'll bring my attorneys. We can draw the paperwork, sign everything out, certify it, and you'll pay me when we get to court. Or I'll sue and take it out of you. How much confidence you got right now to make that bet? I can make that bet. I got no problem making that confidence. I know my screen. I designed that screen in there. I know what that screen can do. No confidence. No confidence. Look at my screen's blended in with color. Look at the contrast levels pulling up. And 98% done, not even done yet. I know for a fact that the product you got is lighter than this. Well, what's the other remote control at? Let me come back here a little bit. Hey. Let's get a white sample sheet and put it up there. Yeah, because y'all gonna run your mouths about this, that, and the other. About my product being, I had a customer invite in here that saw the screen up close and personal. And he's just testifying about it all day long, testifying about how the screen look. 40-lit environment. We said, like, guys, all the lights are on. You got a screen is pulling that image up. Yeah. But anytime you want to make that bet, that product, when it get here, you want to make a bet, we can meet up. Let me know where. And we can sign them papers. And I'll bet you $50,000 right there on the spot that when that product gets here, it's not going to turn my screen dark. How much you want to make on that bet? I'll bet Crow that right now. 50 grand. Let's make it 100. I thought not. And if you want, we can sign them papers. Me and Crow can sign those papers. But y'all don't want to make that bet, do y'all? Because y'all know bottom line, he cheated in his demonstrations. And you know bottom line is his screen's not going to be to turn that screen dark. It's just basic common sense that if I got white screens laying up against that screen, all 18 certifies and then 18 certifies, them screens are pretty light. And none of them screens were able to turn that screen dark, but this magical paint can. Put your money where your mouth is. I'll sign them papers, no problem. But y'all don't want to do that. Dark Star 9. Let me pull back a little bit more. Now the Dark Star 9 should pull a much higher contrast over than my screen because the Dark Star 9 is darker than my screen. Mine, this is silver. But if I put a Dark Star 9 against that black screen, the black screen can wash out the Dark Star 9. So the beautiful thing about it is what we have over here, we got both. We got black technology and we got silver technology, which means he's just stuck in a gray screen. We can wash his screens out all day long, but he has nothing to compete with anything we have over here. So at the end of the day, if I got a customer who wants a gray screen, we can design, he got a gray screen, but we're doing silver. I don't want to do gray. And if a customer wants contrast, we got contrast. If you want gunmetal, we got gunmetal. We cover everything now. Where he can't go over and design a black screen now, because if he designs a black screen, that makes him a hypocrite. And keep in mind, he can't design a black screen because he hasn't even showed the white levels on the UV yet. I haven't seen the white levels on that screen yet. I've never seen a standalone demonstration of that screen by itself against a white screen showing white levels. Not yet. He faked the demonstration on the other one. He didn't even show the black contrast surface. So how are you going to compare that? Tell me how you're going to compare a screen's contrast level if there's no other screen in that environment to compare it to. Explain that one to me. I'd really like to hear the theory behind that one. Now, remember I told you that the screen's heightened level is through the roof, which means the white levels are through the roof. That is the white levels on our technology right there. Look at the white levels on that one right there. That's a Seymour AV 1.3. I do love their screens. Now right there, I can see it right there myself. I'm not blind. So the reason why we bring the screens out here to show when we do these test demonstrations is to see flaws. You ever notice that when we develop black screens, we don't have any flaws, not one, because black technology is more superior. The problem you have when you're dealing with lighter screens is the fact that they produce too much white light, and that causes a ton of problems. So we have to literally tweak the screen down to get it where we need to get to the point where we can actually control how much light's pushing off the screen. But at the same time, we can't take too much off of it because that's going to affect contrast levels and that's going to affect color. Because this technology is old. Compared to our black technology, we can bring a screen out here and that screen can maintain its levels and everything with no problem because it can control light a lot better because the screen's darker. That's why the darker screens cost more money. Because they can control light. You know what happens when you have a dedicated home theater room and you fire off a projector in there? All that white light pushes off the screen and goes up to your ceilings and your floors and walls and everything. Black screens don't have that problem because they absorb all that light. Black Diamond kind of explained that to you when he's showing his demonstrations. So do you understand the meaning why we developed black technology? Only we like black technology. Goes up there. That's a phoenix right there. You see how bright the white levels are on that black technology right there? That's a phoenix. Phoenix can maintain highly white levels and produce contrast levels as these screens can't produce. Isn't that interesting? 4K demonstrations. I told you if I did them side by side, no matter what, the black screen's always going to come out superior. It's just advanced technology. If you own a TV, what color is your TV screen right now? Is it gray or is it black? Which one is it? It's black, right? Okay then. That's the new up-to-date TVs are black. Voila. Isn't that interesting? See, the problem is when you're dealing with lighter screens, the problem you're going to have there is the fact that it produces too high of a white level. And if you control too high the white level, it means the contrast levels are going to suffer. If contrast levels, that means color is going to suffer. It causes a domino effect. Now, can we get the screen to where we need to get it? Yeah, we can. That's not a problem. I only see two things there that need to be fixed. Is it going to be as advanced as our dark gray screens? Oh, heck no. Our dark gray screens would destroy that screen easily, like it's doing right now. Voila. Looks like a TV, doesn't it? Like your TV that's black in your house right now. So the only reason why we don't need to develop a silver screen, the only reason why we're developing a silver screen is so we can give a selection to everybody. So we have some people out there that want the silver screens. They lean more on white levels. They don't care too much about contrast levels. That's what we're giving them. And then you have other people who see the future of black technology. And those are the ones that choose the black technology, the black screens, the darker technology. That can still maintain your light screen levels, but also produce that deep dark contrast that everybody wants. When's the last time you bought a projector and you were concerned about the white levels on your projector? Is it 2001 white levels? Really? Yeah, it's pretty good. No, it's more kind of contrast. Crow's product. Dark Star 9, gunmetal screen. Cinema gray. None of them can touch that screen because that screen produces 100% black level, which means it produces 100% black level, but also can maintain its white levels at the same time. LG snowboarding. Look at the Crow boys leaving the room now. Y'all just got embarrassed. Come on, man, please. Black technology is more superior, so you know that. Like I said, we're going to develop the silver screen, and I want to put all that money into it because we want something where everybody can have something. But at the end of the day, no, it will not compete with black technology. Not ever. Not ever. But next time you go buy a TV, go look at the color of the TV when they're turned off. Are they gray or are they black? They're black, right? All right, there you go. If you went out and got a gray screen, that would mean you would have an outdated screen, right? So if you buy a gray screen right now, a TV right now, it's an outdated TV, right? The newer TVs are black, right? All right, there you go. Just answered your own question. As a matter of fact, you just answered your own question within your own house. Now, I'm not talking to my customers. My customers, I love you to death. I do. I love you, love you, love you. This is toward the naysayers, the crowers, and whatever. There's people who constantly come in here and want to talk trash and can't back up anything at all, period. Yeah, next time you want to talk trash about gray screens being more superior, go to Best Buy and look at the TVs in there. Try to find one great TV in there. They're all black. When you go buy a projector, see if it says anything about a 2000-to-1 white level. They're talking about contrast. LG Beta Fish. Boom, 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 boom. Meanwhile, that's the screen on 126 in the next room. Yeah. Like I said, the silver's going to do its job as it's designed to do, but it's not going to be able to compete with the black screens. It's just not. All right? It's just not at all. Period. Nothing to it. Doesn't have to do it. It has shortcomings. And none of Crow's products, none of the certified screens can withstand a Phoenix, a black screen. They couldn't take on Novas and they can't take on these. And none of them can turn the screen dark. At all. Sad thing about it is most of you have this product, you got an outdated screen. Your projector can't even produce the way it's supposed to produce. Now, the only thing we could do with the silver screens is basically give it a better contrast level, which we proved already. The screen can produce a better contrast than Crow's paint. We already saw that already. And for the fellow came and said, well, once you put the UV mix is a darker screen. It's a darker screen. Of course, it's going to produce a better contrast level than the gray screen paint. That's just common sense. But if I put that against my black screen that's 100% black, guess which one's going to pull the better contrast level? My black screen. There you go. Heck, my blue screen can pull better contrast level than that thing. And you want me to test that tomorrow? We can come and do that tomorrow. I'll put that that shifting technology against it. Yeah, that's going to turn jet black right in front of you. It'll turn the screen gray. Let's go do this one real quick. So I have to do these side by sides because I don't want anybody coming in thinking that, okay, they developed this silver screen. It's going to do the same thing. It's going to be to produce the No, it's not. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not going to do that. That's why we're doing the screens right now. So I can show you side by side what it's going to look like compared to the darker technology. Now, if you choose you want to buy the silver technology and white levels is your thing, then guess what? We got it. But it's not going to do the same thing as a black screen. The black screen can maintain better contrast though, better color pop, and they can produce images better in well-lit environments. Although the silver's doing pretty good, to tell you the truth. It just ain't got that contrast there. See, I need that contrast. For me, I need contrast. That's me. I have to have contrast. And you do know that anytime somebody displays an OLED demonstration, you know it's a demonstration that was designed for a black TV, right? They weren't made for gray screens. That was a demonstration strictly designed for a black screen. Starfield screensaver. Oh, you know where it's at. Well, she goes, I got a few skills. You know where it's at. It's right there in your category. Right there. Laser tag. I miss freaking laser tag. Can't do that crap anymore. Or can you? Are you still doing laser tag? Are they still doing laser tag? Because I would like to know. You really can't get close to anybody. Well, you're not getting close to my laser tag. Right from a distance. So that shows you the black levels compared to the black levels on the silver. See how good the black levels are? Now, like I said, they're not going to be as advanced as the black screens, but they can pull a contrast level. Much better than Crow's product. So there you go, Crow. That's your product against my silver screen right there. Now the only two things we have to adjust on that screen is to be able to adjust its height and white levels, because it is basically picking up way too much light. I can see that the minute I turned on the projector when I saw it pop off. It's picking up way too much light, so we have to adjust that. Black screens, we don't have that problem. The minute that projector hits, whoop, that screen just sucks in all that light, and that's it. There's no freaking hot spotting, because the screen absorbs all that light. Silver screen, on the other hand, a little bit more difficult because it's silver and it's reflecting a ton of light. So now we have to be able to adjust that part on it, to fix that part right there. So next time I come in, you won't see that anymore because we know what to fix on the screen. Now imagine if I never did any of this testing at all. None of it at all. We just basically made it, put it into a container and shipped it out to you. And then later on that screen, you hit it with a 5,000 lumen projector and it blinds half your family. That's why testing is important. So when you see people not doing their tests and they're trying to hide things to make their screen seem perfect, that's not good. Crow, you know what I'm talking about. Faking your contrast demonstrations, which I can't wait to see when we get over here. Oh, I cannot wait. We're going to do that 22,000. I need to buy me a really good high. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. We'll start with some poor jacked up contrast level. Oh, by the way, the screen in front of it, that's a Darkstar 9. The Darkstar 9 is a much more darker screen. This is gunmetal. And even that can't produce a contrast level next to the screen because our screen's literally black. Now, if I take the Darkstar 9 and I stick that against this screen over here, it should produce a better contrast level. Honestly, it should. Which I'm kind of curious if it does or not, because it is a much darker screen. But it doesn't. You know why? Why doesn't the Darkstar 9 produce, even though, look how dark the Darkstar 9 is. Let's take it off real quick. See how dark that screen? That's a pretty dark screen, right? Very dark, right? You would think that would produce a better contrast level, right? Now we'll lay it again. We'll lay it up again right there, right? Because it has that reflective surface, that's why. When that reflective surface that they use on projection screens to make them produce a much more brighter image, that's what it does. It heightens the white levels. When you heighten the white levels, it dulls the contrast. So we know all this. We know everything about their technology because I studied their stuff. That reflective surface is good, but the reason why they use the reflective surface is because they figure the screen's too dark, they make the reflective surface of the screen to bring in more light to heighten the white levels on the screen to make it brighter. And that actually produces the screen to have a better, much stronger gain. But it also downgrades the screen because if you put it against a screen that maybe with that reflective surface on it also causes too high of a white level, and it causes the contrast levels to drop dramatically, even though the white levels actually improve and the gain on the screen actually improves. So it's kind of like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Excuse my French, but it is true. Now, did Crow ever explain that to you? No, he did not. You know why? Because he doesn't understand how technology works. That's why you never heard that from coming from him, at all, period. Just explain to you the science on how these screens actually work. Now, the more reflective the surface is, then the more problems you're going to have with the screen, like not being able to work with ultra short throws and stuff like that. No problems are going to start popping up. All right, so let's take, so now you can see the side-by-side comparison, because we have to do the side-by-side comparison to see what the difference is going to be between both of them. Let's do this one real quick. Let's take Crow's Metallica mixed, and we'll put that on a Phoenix. And we'll have his personal mix, the lighter mix. So we have his darker mix, a little more darker. We'll put that right there on the darker screen, and then we'll put his other mix right there. So now if you look at it, both of my screens are washing out, or producing much better contrast levels than his screen. Let's go with, let me see for my people. Here. Okay, cool. Let's do something like this. Let's go with 4K demonstrations. Now keep in mind, our black technology is supposed to be so dark that you can barely see it, remember? Heavenly Betsy, you can't see the screen at all. It's so dark. But we're not having that problem. Why? Now mind, the screen over here is silver. And the silver screen is producing a better contrast in the screen. And the other screen is black. And it's definitely producing a better contrast in the screen. Both screens are maintaining contrast levels and washing the screen at the same time. And this is what we're designing. With the silver, we wanted something that was going to be more advanced than the other gray screens out there on the market, but wasn't going to cost you an arm and a leg like those big expensive screens. And then for those hobbyist screen paints that don't test their products, we'll show you exactly how a real screen is supposed to react. And at the same time, you can watch the black screen and the silver screen at the same time doing contrast levels to see exactly which one you like the most. Well, we don't have you here, so goodbye. I like how he came in like, well, what do we have here? I already know who he is. It's Crow. We don't have you here. Bye-bye. That's Crow's fake accounts. But you can make another account and come back in because that one just got blocked. %, Crow, it ain't looking too good. That screen's already advancing. Let's go with this one right here. I think we're going to do it more like this, so that way you can get a chance to see the screen with the black screen next to it, and that will give you an idea where you want to go. I think we do it this way better. Oh, this is what he was supposed to do in his demonstration. You know that, right? He was supposed to put a solid black screen next to his lighter product so you can see the balance different in the screen. That's what he was supposed to do. That's what we're doing here right now with his screen paint against the screen. Because that's what he was supposed to do in a demonstration. Pull the projector back, show off a black level in a fully lit environment, and put a screen up there to compare it with, which on his hand would have been a darker screen. In this demonstration, we're doing the same thing. Got a projector back here, got the black screen, we got the silver screen, and we got his products up there at the same time. He's doing a little extra, that's all. Can I compare it next to the sun? That ain't that kind of technology, buddy. We already got technology for that. Someone asked me a few minutes ago, can I compare it to the sun? Excuse me, I'll explain something to you. Each one of our screen paints have special abilities. And we have a screen paint that's designed to take a direct hit from the sun. It's called an invisible. Try to stick with the program, but you know, move on. Let me ask you a question. Do you have any screen that can produce in the sun? Any screen? Oh, you don't? Okay, I thought so. We got one. We have one already. Bye. Apparently, he hasn't been watching the demonstrations. All right, Crow, explain. How do we got a black screen up there, produce nice bright levels? Boom! 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 How's that possible? I'm having fun. How's that possible? Look at that. Look at the levels on that screen. Isn't that a black screen? Oh, I feel sorry for your UV mix when your product gets over here. Oh, it's going to get wrecked. I hate to say it. We're going to do a fair, like I said, fair demonstration by the book, but this screen's going to get literally destroyed. Look how high the white level. Look, it faded your screen out. The black screen is washing your screen out on yellow. Boom, 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 boom. Philips 4K demonstrations. I just went through this one already. I said Philips. Let's go this one with the colors. Now, the silver screen, we expect the silver screen to pull high, bright colors. That's what it's designed to do. But the black screen, on the other hand, is basically pulling up its bright colors. Right next to Crow's product, a product that was supposed to turn the screen dark. Boy, you better hope that freaking Cinemax is where it's something different. Oh yeah, I'm dancing. I'm dancing all over your screen. And mind you, my projector behind me cost me $230. That's it. And meanwhile, while we're looking at this, bam, there's a Chrissy right there, but my projector's right there in the window. Look at that. All that window light. Do you love it? Isn't that awesome when you can sit there and show you my screen on this sample sheet right here and then turn around and show you 126 sitting in the window, eating up ambient light? Isn't that beautiful? Come football season, everybody who got my technology will be out there having their little parties, having fun, and they'll be able to do it in a fully lit environment. Come y'all with these gray screens are going to have this washed out, bland image sitting in the dark trying to figure out where your coffee table's at. I think the coffee table may be here, or it could be there. Let's go over to this one right here. That Phoenix is a beast, ain't it? It's a beast of a screen. That's why I sat there and said his technology, his paint is obsolete. That's a black screen that can produce a white level that high. Even when we engineer a silver screen, it still can blend into the silver screen with no problem. And it's black. And it's our technology. Both of them are ours. And it's still matching the other screen with no problem. That's how crazy the white levels are on a Phoenix. Where is Crow's product? No, you need, little man, you need to basically figure out exactly why his product is getting blended into that black screen. Give me an answer behind that one. Tell me, what's going on there? What's his name? The guy who's going to explain to us what's going on with Crow's paint. Kelly. And you are Kelly? I know R. Kelly. Are you R. Kelly? You're R. Kelly, aren't you? Oh, get off my channel, man. We got to go. Kelly got to go. Look at this. That's all they can do. See, when we blow out their products, all they do is come in with their insults because that's all they got. What about this? How about we try this video over here? Oh, where'd your screen go, Crow? It just disappeared. Where did it go? Look at the contrast levels right there. Now look, that's what I love about this. Look at the contrast levels on the silver technology we have here. See how it's producing a contrast level where Crow's product is not even picking up any black level whatsoever. It's picking up white levels, of course. Yeah, definitely picking the white levels up. But he's not picking up any contrast level. Even our silver produces a better contrast level than your screen paint. And the black, on the other hand, produces a much better contrast level than the silver. And they're both maintaining that white little fish moving back and forth for no problem. This is what I mean by when I said a difference between night and day. I can take my silver technology, put it against your gray screens, and I can show you a difference between night and day. Where your product, you can't do that. Oh, your insults don't bother me. Your insults mean that bottom line is y'all fear my technology. That's what it means. You brought, at the end of the day, people who want to come in here and insult my stuff, at the end of the day, you got scammed. You got black and white paint on your wall. It shows no advancement, no improvement. You know, it's even worse, even sadder. Both the Metallica mix and the personal mix look exactly the same. They're both reacting exactly the same. So at the end of the day, you probably got one product with more blacks or teaspoons of paint in it, some with less. You got scammed. So you're coming in here trying to act nasty toward me, but actually you look like idiots because you're defending someone that scammed you out of money. So I don't know which more sadder. The fact you got scammed on black and white paint, or you're defending someone who scammed you. And I'm here backing it up with a big old smile on my face. So which is more sadder? I don't know. You got to spin the wheel on that one. Got to spin the wheel. Contrast levels didn't come up again. Look at that. Move on. Bye-bye. Yawn. You can yawn. Go to yawn. It doesn't make a difference. Your product doesn't work. Where's Crow? Crow need to be in here. Crow, I invite you to the room right now. I want you to look at this. I need him to come here and look at this. Somebody go get Crow and bring him into the room. I want him to look at this. You know my projector's in the back? It's a 4300 lumen Christie projector, 1920 by 1200. It's full 1080p. Your screen paint right here is not pulling a contrast level. This gives you good understanding. If you want to go with the silver screens, then you know exactly where the contrast levels lay at. These are not being lied to. These are not sitting here in the dark with a 4x8 piece of wood worrying about blocking ambient light. We're not sitting here in the dark. Let me ask you a question. If you're asleep, then go to sleep, man. Why are you in here to begin with? You're not interested in buying my products and supporting my company. Why are you in here to begin with? You come in here with no logic. This is one of the guys named, whatever his name is, comes in here with no knowledge, no educated questions, nothing whatsoever, but to give insults. So why are you in here to begin with? Are you stalking me? You got a thing for me? Are you in love with me? Why are you in my room to begin with? There must be a infatuation. It got to be. Because if it's nothing that interests me, I got better things to do with my time of the day instead of being in here. And if you got no interest in anything we have in here, why are you going to begin with? You must be in love with me then. That's what it got to be. I don't know what's more impressive. That black screen is just blending in everything. silver, man, that silver's nice. I'll get that silver's nice. It's producing the contrast. It's Fading Crow's product. Goodbye, William. Bye-bye. You need a timeout. Go sit in the corner. I don't know what's more worse, the fact that you're going to have to prove this in court, or the simple fact that you're getting embarrassed on YouTube again. All this week it's just been embarrassing you, man. All this week on your products. No matter what I throw your product against in this environment, it's going to fail. Look at that. That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing. You think your products are going to have a chance in this place? No. I want you to zoom in on that Phoenix. Look at that Phoenix. How black that screen is. Look how heightened the white levels are. Look at that. Skyworth food demonstration. Let's see if you can turn my screen dark. Nope. You can turn my screen dark. What happened there? You hear them crows in the background? I got crows in my backyard. They agree with me 100%. Is my screen the best? They agree with me 100%. Nope, didn't turn my screen dark there. That didn't work out too well for you. Let's try this over here. Let's play with this video real quick. So, bottom line is, all jokes aside, people, we had some fun, but all jokes aside, let's get serious here. No, his product can't turn that screen dark. Please. He can't produce contrast. He definitely ain't producing color. I'm curious, hold on for a minute. Red screen. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. So let's get this straight. My silver screen is producing a better red. My black screen is definitely producing a better red. And both of your screens are faded and they both look the same, but they're two different products. You figure that one out. Explain that to me, Crow Boys. Please explain that to me right now. How is it possible that this screen over here is producing a better red? This is producing a better red. But both of his products are the same color complexion right there. But they're two different screen paints. And if you give me a stupid answer at the bottom, it just shows that you're wrong and you got scammed. You got scammed. That's clearly you got scammed. You see the difference between this technology and that technology? See, there's a difference between the two? See how this screen's producing a much higher red level, but the red level here is fair? But you notice the two levels here, they look exactly the same. There's no difference. I just got finished telling you, I got finished explaining that to you about the whole bare silver screen scenario. Let's see if we get a difference in blue. Maybe it'll change. Blue screen. Are you freaking kidding me? What did you just purchase? What do you have on your wall right now? Honestly, I'm not trying to bust on you, but that's pretty bad. That is really, really bad. At least you can see the difference in my technology one over the other, but they look exactly the same. You're doing that Metallica Mix 2.0, and that's a personal mix, right? Let's go check some other colors real quick. I'm gonna see exactly how close they come together. We do a slow change out. So let me get this straight. Whoever bought the personal mix, you pretty much got the same thing as the other person. Because both your products don't show any difference in change. So you got the personal mix and the Metallica mix together, or you got the Metallica mix and the personal mix together. Or you had the chocolate and the peanut butter, but in the peanut butter and the chocolate. Looks like a Reese cup to me. Look, they both produced in the same color. That is freaking. Now, this is the first time he's seeing this one right here. Because like I said, usually when we do the black and white screens, we usually have them separate. But we're doing them together because I want you to see a comparison of the two technologies, how they different. But in this one, it's weird because his product is not showing any different. They're blending exactly the same. Oh, I cannot wait. We get a Wi-Fi booster in here today. I got a really good one, It's going to clean this up even cleaner so we can get real detailed descriptions on the screen. That is sad. Got anything to say about that, Pete? Crow Boys? Got a lot of questions, don't you? I bet you there's a lot of questions going on in your head right now. If it was me, I'd be ticked about right now. I would basically be I mean, I'm not saying don't hate on a man, you know what I mean? Don't do that. It's wrong, you know what I mean? But then again, it is your buddy, so you figure it out. Meanwhile, in my world, my screens are different. As you can see, they're not both the same. What's that thing on Sesame Street where they say one of these things are not like the other? Remember that back in the day? I can't remember what that was. You can guess one of these things, whatever it is. It's kind of like that game right there. So, Crew Boys, not to be rude or anything, can you figure out in this selection we have here, what are the two screens that look more together to like? Which ones? Would it be this one and this one, or would it be this one and this one? Which one would it be? Don't leave the room. Why are you leaving the room now? You were just in here a few minutes ago. Now they're leaving the room. Aw. Run into the refrigerator to get some milk because that crow pie is stuck in your throat. That's what it is. It is what it is. You talk trash all day long, and I come here and I back it up. I can back it up. That's not good. Maybe do better on a Starfield. Oh, gray. We got to do the color gray. Gray screen. Are they leaving now? They're leaving the room now. You know, I'm not sticking around for that one. That's going to be embarrassing. It is going to be embarrassing. So that's the difference between a dark gray screen. Of course, the dark gray screen and the black screen is going to pick up it better. That one's really good. But both of your screens are matching the same. What is this? What is this? Why are they picking up both the same color? You know why they're picking up both the same color? I'll explain to you why. Because when they made the product with black and white paint, which one of those is actually the Metallica Mix 2.0, which we made with the black and white paint, I guarantee the other one's probably off by probably a teaspoon, not by much, just a little bit, just a shaded, just a little bit, that's all. Because basically all he's doing is just changing the color. There's no test behind it at all, showing the difference between the colors in both screens at all, because they would both come up matching. And since there's no test, he's just shading it to give it a slightly different color than the other one, and it comes up with a slightly better, maybe contrast or a little bit of slightly better color, whatever it may be, a white level. And he's saying, look, there's a big change. Look at the difference. Because he's standing right up on top of the screen when he's doing the demonstration. But if you pull that camera back and get a view of it, you'll notice that both the screens aren't off by much. They look exactly the same. Now we're doing light gray. Both the screens look the same. I wonder if we pull up white, both of them come up the same. That'd be interesting. White screen. And we expect for our screen to come up darker because it is a black screen. Oh! And look, they're both the same. Neon yellow. I wonder. Are you freaking kidding me? Even in neon yellow. color red. Color red. I gotta look more of that up. Red screen. I'll let you observe that. Crow boys. The Crow boys come back and they all left. Yeah, they left. There's no way anybody can get around that one. That's really bad. That's really, really, really bad. It just tells that he really didn't put much of an effort in the product at all. Period. I mean, at least when we do demonstrations against our black screens, I got demonstrations showing you be putting black paint, chalk paint, black material, black vinyl, black plastic, you name it. I put it up against the screen and I'll show a white level. My screen will produce a higher white level. 5,000 lumens, 1,000 lumens, fully lit environment. I got those demonstrations right there. Certified screens, non-certified screens, got them demonstrations right there. High-end projectors, low-end projectors, 4K projectors, 1080p projectors, 720p projectors, got them demonstrations right there to back it up. Look at that. So what's the difference between the two? They both pull up the same color. I bet you they pull the same contrast too. Starfield screensaver. I'm curious. You know where it's at. Let's go where it's at. We find it. She's like, I found a few matches. You know where it's at. Starfield. So this is what we're going to do. When his product gets down here, this Cinemax is supposed to have this special capable black capability. We're going to put them all together. And I want to see exactly how many of them, how they match. Because this is quite disturbing. Other than that, the silver is doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's pulling its contrast levels better than Crow's paint. It's doing great. Fantastic. Just got to tweak 2 things on it and it is finished. It's done. And then we can start doing our test on it. Get it on and get it out there and we're finished. We're done. You see this? Are you looking at this, Crow boys? Are you looking at this? Now, if you look at the contrast levels we're displaying right now with the Starfield demonstration, as you can see, the black screen is producing a much, much more higher, more darker contrast level. Do we agree on that? We do agree on that, right? And if you look at the silver, complete silver, it is also producing an amazing contrast level. Not as high as the black screen, but still much better than Crow's product, as you can see where his product is coming up light. And if you look at Crow's product and you look at the Metallica mix, they're both producing the exact same contrast level. I want to drop the mic. Literally, they're producing the same contrast level. So where's the difference in the product? That's even worse. Oh, wow, man. Didn't even see that one coming, but okay, I'm going to the kitchen right now and get something to drink. You want anything by any chance? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, you got milk, water? What do you want? You know, it'd be different if he didn't do so many demonstrations explaining his product to be some kind of super extreme paint that can do all these special abilities and doing demonstrations in the dark and faking demonstrations, but that's bad. That is really bad. That's Cinemax, and he hyped that Cinemax to the roof. Never reminds me of, his paint reminds me of Cyberpunk. You ever played that game before? Got all that hype, everybody was into it. I got it upstairs on PC. Some people liked it. It was pretty bad though. That's what his paint reminds me of. That's bad. I'm gonna let y'all stare at that for a while. That's bad. And as you can see, it's different than my product. His is matching perfectly the same. Even in contrast. Who in the right mind can make a professional video of this stuff? You can't do it. It's a joke. You can't come with, I'm trying to be, I am literally going to try my best, my hardest when that product gets here, to try to keep it on a professional level. But he hyped that paint up so much, I know the outcome of it. It is not going to be good. It's going to be a massacre. That's the, yeah. So sorry for you if you got that paint on your wall while I'm doing that demonstration. I really do feel sorry for you. You got it. Meanwhile, let's take your mind off it, okay? Just forget about it. Go over and look at my screen right there. Just relax. This is what I like to do. Just stare at the screen in the next room with all the light hitting it right now. That's the screen you're watching right there. That's the Phoenix. Just gaze at the screen, relax. This is for you crow boys that are stressed out right now because you have black and white paint. And it's not the real deal. And both of the products are matching perfectly, even in contrast. So I know what you're thinking right now. Darn it. So take your mind off it. Just relax. Watch the pretty fish. Don't think about it. It's going to be okay. I'm curious, what time we got in the day right now? Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 12:34 p.m.
You know, it's 12:34 p.m. Think about it, it's 12:34 p.m. And I'm sitting right there showing you a screen at 12:34 p.m. Crow boys. Look at that. Look how beautiful that image looks at 12. It's unheard of, ain't it? It's really unheard of. You can sit there in your living room and watch a screen, especially that caliber with all those windows at 12:34. And not worry about your screen washing out or fading. Eating some grapes. You know, with all the processed foods they got there, that stuff will mess your stomach up. So, you ever heard about going on a grape fast? It's kind of like detoxing your system. Grapes are fantastic for detoxing your systems and stuff. You know, all the processed foods you eat, sometimes that stuff doesn't break down all that well. A lot of you not. Causes all kinds of like acid reflux and all stuff like that. And the best way to get around it, I mean, you put Tums in your system, and Pepto-Bismol, you're just masking the freaking problem. The best way to do that is just get some grapes and go on a 2-day fast and just drink nothing but water and grapes. I guarantee you. It'll change your life. I'm so glad we had this time together. Well, from what I can see already from the silver technology, we got 2 things to tweak on it and it's done. That's finished. And then we got some testing to do on it and it'll be launched. So it's doing pretty good. It's doing fantastic. Exactly what it's designed to do. Like I told you before, I told you when we first started designing it, it's not going to be to compete with any of the dark screens in there. It's not going to happen. The dark screens are just way too superior. But like I said, for those of you who prefer and want to have a lighter screen, this is for you. And like I said, but at least we're showing you up front what you're actually getting and not hiding anything in the dark and all like that. You can see exactly up front what you're buying and how it's going to perform. That's why I put all that open for you to see. Not going to hide anything from you. Come on camera and try to convince you that this silver screen is going to do the same thing as our black screens, because that would be a lie. $4K demonstrations. I think I'm gonna buy a train today. I want to buy a train set. I'm gonna buy me a train set today. The shipping cost of this. Everybody's gouging on shipping costs so much. Let me clear that out. And keep in mind, I expect for, when it comes to, like I said, we said our Phoenixes produce very high white levels. They do. But equal to a white screen? Nope. They can blend into to gray screens from time to time, but if a gray screen were to pull white level, they would be to pull higher white level because the screen's jet black. But something where someone's going to say, oh, the screen's so dark you can't see it? Yeah, poppy crop. Whatever. Sure. 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 I'm done for today. Relax. Nice. I think that booster's a good one too. That'll cover the backyard too. So this is what's going to happen. Once we get his product over here, we know he's going to rant. He's going to rant like there is no tomorrow. And he might even try to do that whole, we'll do the whole black thing up there, put the black paper up there or whatever he does. But he's going to rant like there's no tomorrow. We're not going to engage him. We're not going to entertain him at all. We're not going to respond back to him. We're just going to ignore him, do demonstrations, and move on. That's it. So he's going to rant and carry on. We're just going to ignore him because he's going to try to debunk everything we're doing. It's going to be out in the open. We're going to show you how it's supposed to be done, and we're going to show you all the demonstrations he avoided and why we avoid them. By the way, Crow, that projector using the demonstration, I purchased it off eBay, so I will have it here too also. So we can do the demonstration of the same projector you were supposed to do when you're supposed to show that black surface on that screen to show the black level balance comparison, which you didn't do correctly. You had your screen on a standalone. And we're also going to take your UV mix and we're going to put that against the Cinemax because I want to see which one of those pull higher contrast level. I guarantee my money's on the UV mix right now. Let's see if this American paint can basically take on the UV. I don't think it is going to do too well. So we'll compare its paint against themselves and see how they come up. But we're not going to engage him, which means we're going to do our demonstrations, post them, and that's it. And he wants to rant, send me. If he sends me an email, I'll show you the email how he runs his mouth in emails. But other than that, we're not going to engage him. We'll do the test and move on. And we're not going to do a bunch of tests. We're going to do the test, but I got things to do at the end of the day. So I still have orders and I still have demonstrations we have to do off screen. So we'll fit them in there. Like I said, if this product does exactly like he said in the videos, what's the worries? There shouldn't be any worries. There shouldn't be any rants or nothing. I mean, if his product has the ability to pull an image next to a black screen and can turn our screens dark and unwatchable, why would you be worried? He shouldn't be ranting at all. He just go back to doing what he usually does, right? Red and black contrast demonstration. I forget who does that. Those red and black, those real dark contrast demonstrations that swap out. Here we go. We found them. They do this demonstration.
Did you know your fabrics track more than odors?
This will give you a chance to see the contrast levels on both screens.
It kills bacteria and eliminates odors. Sanitize your furniture, rugs, even car seats for a fresher, clean Febreze.
Let's get a real deep red and black. That's right, that's red. I think it's red and black. So I like these demonstrations because they concentrate on really heavy contrast levels, and they get brighter and they get darker and brighter and darker, and it'll give you an idea exactly. We'll do his products up there for a minute, then we're going to take them off, and then we'll do the side by side with both screens because we're done with his right now. There's the black contrast pulling through. Now, if the screens were pulling contrast, they should blend into our screens. As you can see, they're not blending into the screen, so they're pulling a gray level. The black screen is going to pull heavier reds because it's black. Both Crow's products are fading on both products at the same time, and they're also matching themselves at the same time. It's got one that deep red. You got one here that's deep red. Oh, that's a good one. We do this one too. And this is what you need to see. You need to see this part. This is very important because you need to see how the contrast levels are going to fare on the silver technology versus the black. So that way you got an understanding exactly where your contrast levels are going to lay. See what I'm showing you here? Same thing we asked him on the screen. Show that black level against that Cinemax so people can see where the contrast levels lay. Now if I can do that for you here on live, I don't know why he can't do it. Simple to do, simple demonstration to do. What's the problem? I know my contrast levels are not going to be as high as the black screen, but I'm not going to hide that from you. That's something you need to see. I'm going to sit there and tell you that the silver screen is going to produce a contrast equal to the black screen. That's a bold lie right there. Can't do that. Man, I want some hamburger and fries. I got them in the fridge right now, but I can't eat them until I finish this freaking detox. It works too. It works. You got to do the research on grapes. Take the time to do the research on grapes. I try to stay away from the canned processed food as much as possible. I'm gonna start eating organic food from now on. Let's get a heavier contrast level. There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. So on Tuesday, we're going to build a styrofoam projection screen, people. It costs $40. I think we should get 120 out of it. Yep. We're going to build one. Next week, I want to start a page. I'm working on the page right now. So on the page I'm working on right now, on the site, we're going to go to Amazon and just buy random, cheap projection screens. I mean, cheap, random projection screens. We're going to code them with the technology and use them to go side by side to $6,000 to $5,000 projection screens. I like these demonstrations because they show color and contrast, and the contrast slowly, gradually comes into the screen. So allow you to see exactly where your contrast is laid out between the dark screen and the silver screen, but how Crow's product accepts contrast. And as you notice, both of the screens are matching the same. No matter how the contrast slightly comes in and how it slightly removes itself, both of the screens produce the same. I like this one, it's gonna get really nice and red. Look at the black levels on the silver. Let's look at the scanning. Let's do this contrast demonstration. And we're coming up. So now when we test out the silver, this is what we're going to do. We're going to paint one side of the screen with the silver. We're going to paint one side with the black. That's how we're going to do it from now on. Because we got to keep a we got to constantly keep the comparison in there, one over the other. It has to be done this way because if we do 1,000 lumens, you need to see what 1,000 lumens is going to look like on this screen compared to that screen. Or any projector we swap out in those demonstrations, you need to see that. That way, you can get a comparison on which one is going to benefit you better. So that's how we'll do it. We'll paint the screen in half, one half with the blacker screen and the other half with the silver. So at least, you know, if you're looking at it at 1,000 lumens, you're not looking at the screen standing alone by itself at 1,000 lumens against certified. You're looking at the screen with black on one side and silver on the other side, so you can see exactly where it's going to stand. If you do use with a 1,000 lumen projector, at least you know exactly what kind of idea you're going to be working with, or what you're going to be working with on the door. So I want everything to be up front so you can see it. We have to do a half and half screen. Let's do the LG Jazz demonstration. I haven't done that one in a while. I'm curious how it would look. LG Jazz demonstration. Any other time. Oh, what the heck is this? Monster T-Rex Destruction. Oh, I like that kind of stuff. I gotta watch that tonight. LG Jazz. Man, I'll tell you something. I try my hardest to be professional on camera. I try. But oh my goodness, man, the stuff that I see from day to day, and then the dumb stuff I see from day to day, and then the dumb stuff I see from day to day, and then the dumb stuff I see from day to day. It's hard to come on here and just try to be professional when you know darn well what your product's going to do to the other product. Especially when they're hyping up to be something that it's not. And they're trash talking behind it. Then they come in the room, they want to trash talk. Knowing this is going to happen every single time. You know this happens every single time I do one of these? They'll come in the room, run in their mouths, and then they'll get shut down, get tired and leave. When they watch your screen get destroyed. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure that half these people who have these screens like this, crow screens, I'm pretty sure they ran their own tests. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they try to use the screens in a fully lit environment, try to do the same thing we do over here, and it didn't go so well. I'm pretty sure. They just never say anything about it. That pride, that's what it is. Can you imagine standing up for somebody would be the same person who scams you? And your product is not doing what it's supposed to do. It's the same as the demonstration. That's gotta suck. I forgot we did this one already. Didn't pick up on that screen. Let's see, just to watch my screen. I think this will make my screen dark. His screen didn't pick up no contrast, nothing. Nothing in the intro, he didn't pick up jack. Look at that. Didn't pick up jack. And both of your screens are still matching the same. So how do you know if your screen's different from the other screen? Like you get the personal mix and the Metallica mix. Are they both the different screens? Did he explain to you they were different screens? Did he explain to you the difference between those screens? My goodness. It's like a freaking train wreck. You can't look away, but you want to. How is that black screen doing that? How is that black screen doing that? Reds don't pick up. Oh, their face is like kind of weird. Purples don't pick up. Blues don't pick up. And even though your screen is producing a higher white level, in my screen you still turning it dark. I'm gonna give you a chance, bro, before your product gets down here. If you admit on camera right now because you don't want me testing that product because my screen's more superior, I'll cancel the order. I'll make sure the order don't go through. You got my word on that one. If you don't, it's gonna go through the test. I just want you to confess that your product doesn't work. I mean, it does work to a certain degree, but not on the level you're pumping up to be. Because your screen's not gonna do good. And what I'm looking at right now, run it through the grinder. Run it through the grinder. Now, every time the screen turns tan, it's not seeing the contrast level. That's the problem. That's why it's looking tan like that. On the black screen, it fades even faster. On the silver, it fades. We'll let that play. There we go, we're back. See, at the end of the day, you can call me all the bad names in the world. But at the end of the day, I know your product don't work. I know your product's made with black and white paint too. And the customers that purchased your product got fleeced. Okay, sit down, have me a bowl of Lucky Charms and watch some cartoons. We're done here. Only two things on the screen got to be done, and that's it. Control that hot spotting, which is easy to do. That's nothing. That's a cakewalk. That's nothing. I already know exactly what has to be added in there to fix it. That's done. And we need to basically adjust the contrast levels. I want it a little bit more. Not lighter, same way it is. But we'll adjust the contrast level. Just want a little bit darker. That's basically to produce a heavier contrast level. That's it. Other than that, it is doing quite well. And it's able to, both screens were able to outproduce Crow's product at the same time. And not only that, show that both of his products are exactly the same. No matter what we did on the demonstration, the screens matched perfectly. Both of them. Which is kind of disturbing. Especially when you do a video demonstration of both products are supposed to be different from one than the other. And they both end up matching each other. Yep. That basically heightens my theory on the whole bare silver screen where he was sitting right up on top of the screen. Again, if you pull back, you're not going to notice a difference between either one of them. Just like if we were to pull back in the demonstration there, which we were pulled back, you couldn't tell the difference between one or another. Especially in the lights out too. So what did you just buy? Did he paint the wagon a different color? It's kind of like what he did. Climbed over into your backyard and says, hey buddy, got this red wagon over here. You can have for $107. You go buy that wagon. Next day he hops over your gate, takes your wagon. So this is the same next same neighbor. Same red wagon, just a slightly different shade of red. But they're all the same. It's different from the other one. It's a whole new different wagon. Look, the wheels even look bigger. We'll buy that one too. Well, I'm done. Not to be rude to you Crowboys and all, but I'm going to do something you can't do. I'm going to sit here and watch TV and all this window light. Something you can't do. But if you can do it, do me a favor. Post it below. Because the last post I wanted to, there was nothing there. So I'm hoping I'll find something here today. So I would love to see you watch TV in the same environment. Oh, that's not going to happen. Who am I kidding? I got to go. God bless.